Hello everyone. In this video, I will explain about refrigerants, what are the types of refrigerants, and how to write the nomenclature of different types of refrigerants. Okay, so let's start. So first, what do you mean by refrigerant? What is the meaning of a refrigerant? A refrigerant is a medium of heat transfer. Refrigerant is a medium of heat transfer through which heat transfer takes place in different processes of refrigeration cycle. That means refrigerant is a medium of heat transfer in the refrigeration cycle. Okay, so refrigerant is a medium of heat transfer through phase change during the process of refrigeration, with some exception where sensible heat transfer also takes place. So refrigerant is a medium of heat transfer. In your condenser, heat is rejected. That is from the refrigerant only. In evaporation, refrigerant is get evaporated by getting heat from the cooling space. So refrigerant is the medium of heat transfer. And in vapor compression refrigeration cycle or vapor absorption refrigeration cycle, what happens? This refrigerant takes heat or rejects heat, and its phase is changed. Its phase is changed. So, but in cases that like your air refrigeration cycles, what happens? There is only sensible heat transfer takes place. So in air refrigeration systems, there is no phase change takes place, and there heat transfer what occurs there, that is the only sensibility. But in vapor compression and vapor absorption, what happens? That is the latent heat transfer takes place. But in air refrigeration system, only sensible heat transfer takes place because in air refrigeration system there is no phase change of air. Okay, so what we got? Uh, what we got here, that is a refrigerant is a medium of heat transfer through phase change during the process of refrigeration. That means during the refrigeration process, phase will continuously change, with some exception where sensible heat transfer takes place. And this sensible heat transfer takes place in the case of air refrigeration systems. Okay. So next, so refrigerants are those substances, we can also define as refrigerants are those substances mostly heat transfer takes place by phase change. Mostly where heat transfer takes place by phase change. A phase change process like your condensation and evaporation. Okay, in condensation heat is rejected from the refrigerant. In evaporation heat is added to the refrigerant. Okay, so what are the exception? Exception is air refrigeration system where only sensible heat transfer takes place. Only sensible heat transfer takes place, and there is no phase change. Next is if you compare refrigeration system with your human body or any living being, what happens? In living beings, blood is doing work of the refrigerant. If you compare blood and refrigerant, to work or to function a human body, a blood circulation is required. Similarly, a refrigerant is required to run the refrigeration system. Like blood, refrigerant is required to run the refrigeration system. Okay, so so refrigerant is like blood in human body. If no flow of blood in our body, then body is dead. Similarly, if there is no refrigerant in the in the refrigerator or in the refrigeration system, then the refrigeration system is dead. Okay, so next, classification of refrigerants. Next is the classification of refrigerants. So we have two types of refrigerant primarily. First one is the primary refrigerants. Second one is the secondary refrigerants. It is classified in two parts. One is primary refrigerant. Second is a secondary refrigerant. We'll see detail one by one. Okay. Now come to primary refrigerant. What is primary refrigerant and what is a secondary refrigerant? Primary refrigerant is that refrigerant which directly take part in the heat transfer process. Okay, and its phase is changed. Primary refrigerant is that refrigerant which is directly involved in heat transfer process and its phase is changed. Okay, It is directly take part in refrigeration process. Okay, and latent heat transformation takes place of the primary refrigerant. That means it directly take part in heat transfer process or refrigeration process. It is directly transferred from this, or we can say its phase is changed. Okay, and its example is a primary refrigerant like your ammonia, then your methane, dichlorotrifluoromethane, R14, like your its example is its examples are, what are the examples? That is R11, R12. We'll see what is this R11, R12, R22, okay, R134. We'll see that in later while we'll dealing with the nomenclature of refrigerants. Okay, so primary refrigerants are those refrigerants which directly take part in the refrigeration process or heat transfer process, and there is phase change of this primary refrigerants occur. Now come to secondary refrigerant. What is the meaning of secondary refrigerant? Secondary refrigerants are those refrigerants which will first cooled by the primary refrigerant. Secondary refrigerants are those refrigerants which are first cooled by the primary refrigerants and further is used for the cooling purpose. That means first it will be cooled by the primary refrigerants, then it will go to the desired space where heat is to be removed, and it will take heat from that place and it will again come to the evaporator. So secondary refrigerants are first cooled with the help of primary refrigerant and further used for cooling purpose. First it is cooled by the primary refrigerant and then it is further used for the cooling purpose. Now it is shown here. This is our evaporator, and this area and this compartment is our heat generating source. That means from where heat is to be removed, and this is our evaporator. So what will happen? This refrigerant, first refrigerant will be cooled first. This secondary refrigerant will be cooled by the evaporator here. Okay, then it will be circulated to the desired area or desired place, and it will take heat from that space, and it will again come to evaporator. Again it will be cooled, and in this way the circulation process will continue. These secondary refrigerants are used in where the refrigeration capacity is around 800 tons and 1000 tons, like a large buildings. Okay, so secondary refrigerants are those refrigerants which are first cooled by the primary refrigerants, then used for the cooling process. Okay, so that means it will be first cooled by the primary refrigerant in the evaporator, then it will be circulated to the desired space. Its example, what are the examples? Brine, water, these are the examples of secondary refrigerant. Okay, secondary refrigerant circuit is commonly used in all big commercial and industrial refrigeration plants. When the capacity is very high, 800 tons, 1000 tons, 1200 tons, in that particular cases, we are using secondary refrigerants for the refrigeration process. Okay. So what are the types of primary refrigerants? First one is the halocarbons, second one is azeotrophs, third one is geotrophs, fourth one is hydrocarbons, fifth one is your inorganic compounds. So halocarbons means it is a compound of carbon, hydrogen, fluorine and chlorine. It is a compound of carbon, hydrogen, fluorine and chlorine. Okay. Next one is the azeotrophs. Azeotrophs is the mixture of two refrigerants which mixed in a fixed proportion that they cannot be separated further, and they will behave as a pure substance. Azeotrophs are the mixture of two refrigerants in fixed composition. They are mixed, and if you further try to separate them, they cannot be separated and they will behave as a pure substance. Similarly, geotrophs are the mixers also. Then fourth one is your hydrocarbons, like your methane, ethane, propane, butane. Okay, and inorganic compounds like your ammonia, sulfur dioxide, carbon dioxide, air, water. These are inorganic refrigerants. So halocarbons means it is a compound of carbon, hydrogen, fluorine and chlorine. Azeotrophs means it is a mixture of two two refrigerants which are mixed in a fixed proportion that they cannot be separated further, and they will behave as a pure substance. Geotropes also same mixer. Then hydrocarbons like your carbon, like your methane, ethane, propane, butane, like this. Then inorganic compounds like your ammonia, water, air, sulfur dioxide, carbon dioxide. These are the inorganic refrigerants. So what is hydro? First one is what is halocarbon compounds or halocarbon refrigerants. These refrigerants are sold in market in the name of freon refrigerants. It is also called as freon refrigerants. It is also called as generatron or isotron or actron. It is sold in the four names. First one is your. It is also, it is very popular one. It is sold in the name of freon, generatron, isotron or actron. Okay. So it is a compound of carbon, hydrogen, fluorine and chlorine. It is mostly used in domestic, commercial and industrial purpose. Now mostly whatever refrigerator or air conditioner you are using in your home, all are charged with your this halocarbon refrigerants. It may be R11, R22, like this. Okay. So these are about halocarbon refrigerants. So what are the examples? First example is trichloromonofluoromethane. Trichloromonofluoromethane. Trichloro means chlorine, three atoms of chlorine. Monofluoro means one atom of fluorine. Methane means one carbon. Okay. Then difluoromethane. It is also an example of halocarbon refrigerants. Next one is monochloro-difluoromethane. It is also same halocarbon type. Next one is tetrafluoro-dichloroethane. It is also your halocarbon types of refrigerants. Okay. So halocarbon means it is a compound of carbon, hydrogen, fluorine and chlorine. You will mix with some fixed proportion and you will get the refrigerants. Next one is azeotrophs. Next one is the azeotrophs. It is a mixture of two substances which cannot be separated into components by distillation. It is a mixture of two substances. Uh, whenever you mix with the proper ratio, they cannot further be separated. And they behaves like pure substance having properties completely different from the constituents. If you mix two or three substances, you will get a new refrigerant that will be called as azeotrope. You cannot separate the constituents also, and the property of the azeotrope is different from the constituents. Its properties are different from its constituents. Okay. So it is designated by the series of 500 series. It is designated by 500 series. What is that 500 series? We'll see it later. One example is of this azeotrope is R507A. R507A. And this A here and this letter A here denotes that it is an azeotrope. This letter A here, capital A, denotes it is an azeotrope. And this azeotrope refrigerant, that is R507A, is a mixture of R125 and R143A. This 507 is a mixture of R125 and R143A. And if you see here, there is a thing written here. Here it is written R143 small, and here it is written R507 capital A. Capital A means it is an azeotrope. Small a means it is an isomer. Capital A means it is an azeotrope, and small a means it is an isomer. Okay. And if you see this R507 is prepared, this R507A is prepared by mixing R125 and R143A by a ratio of 50%. 50% if you mix, then R507A will form. Next is your geotropic mixers or geotropic refrigerants. Geotropics means in geotropics, this is also same mixer also. It starts with 400 series. It starts with 400 series. Examples are R407A, R407B and R41A. R410A. These are the examples of geotropic refrigerants. Next one is your hydrocarbons. Next one is your hydrocarbons. Next one is your hydrocarbons. Hydrocarbons means these are the mostly organic types of refrigerants like methane, ethane, propane, butane, this thing. So mostly most of the organic compounds are used in this group. Okay. And but the problem is that all the maximum organic compounds are highly flammable in nature. They are flammable in nature. So this is the problem with the use of hydrocarbon types of refrigerants. But they are highly flammable. But they are what happens? But they are highly flammable. Examples are methane, ethane, propane, butane, all these things. Next is your inorganic compounds. Next one is your inorganic compounds. Inorganic compounds. Next one is your inorganic compounds, and they are designated by 700 series. Okay, and example is ammonia, water, air, carbon dioxide. That's it. Ammonia, water, air, carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide. They are all inorganic type of compounds. Okay, they can also be used as refrigerants, and their series will start with 700. Okay, 700 series will denote your it is an inorganic type of refrigerant. Okay. And next come to very important part of this lecture. This is the nomenclature of refrigerants or designation of refrigerants. How to write a refrigerant in a proper code. Okay. There is a worldwide code is followed to write a refrigerant. Okay. So all the refrigerants are designated by alphanumeric expressions. All are designated by alphanumeric expression. That means there must be an alphabet. That alphabet is your R. R denotes it is a refrigerant. R denotes it is a refrigerant. Then it will followed by some number. Then it will followed by some number. That means it is an alphanumeric expression. That will be R. Standard is R hyphen some number. Okay. R denotes here it is a refrigerant. So one example is given here R11, R hyphen 11. R means here what is the meaning of R? R is the refrigerant. Okay. And you will see how this 11, 12, 22, 143 these are coming. Okay. So first we will deal with case 1. Case 1 is the refrigerant is a saturated hydrocarbon. If our refrigerant is a saturated hydrocarbon, then how to write its nomenclature? If our refrigerant is a saturated hydrocarbon, then how to write its nomenclature? See. Here its expression will be like this. If it is a saturated hydrocarbon, its expression will be like this. That is your R m minus 1, okay, n plus 1 T. R m minus 1 n plus 1 T. Okay, R hyphen m minus 1 n plus 1 T. And will follow a rule, that is n plus p plus q is equal to 2m plus 2. R, its nomenclature will be R hyphen m minus 1 whole into n plus 1 p, then n plus p plus q is equal to 2m plus 2. What is the standard chemical formula? Standard chemical formula is Cm, that means carbon having m number of atoms, Hn, that means hydrogen having n number of atoms, then Fp, that means fluorine having p number of atoms, then chlorine Cl3, that means chlorine having q number of atoms. That means m is the number of carbon atoms, n is the number of hydrogen atoms, p is the number of fluorine atoms, q is the number of chlorine atoms. So see again how we are writing this. So we will write the standard formula, that is R hyphen m minus 1 n plus 1 p. Then n plus p plus q is equal to 2m plus 2. Standard chemical formula will be Cm, Hn, Fp, Cl3, where m denotes the number of carbon atoms, n denotes the number of hydrogen atoms, p denotes number of fluorine atoms, q denotes number of chlorine atoms. Okay. So how to know it is whether a saturated hydrocarbon or unsaturated hydrocarbon? How to know if whether a refrigerant is a saturated hydrocarbon or unsaturated hydrocarbon? if you find after r there is if you find after r there is 2 digits like your r11, r12, r22. Okay, this thing will denote you it is a saturated hydrocarbon. Otherwise, if you find after r there is 3 digits, after r there is 3 digits, r111, r112, r143. This means after r if you are finding 3 digits also, it will also represents it is a saturated hydrocarbon type of refrigerant. That means if after r if you find 2 digits, or after r if you are finding 3 digits, it will represent it is a saturated hydrocarbon type of refrigerant. Okay, so next take an example. Steps will be remain same. Okay, first write down in the standard format. First write down in the standard format, that is your r m minus 1 n plus 1 p. Then use this formula, then calculate what is the unknown values, then put in this format. You will get the desired result. Next one is we are taking an example, that is your r11. See, after r there is 2 digits. After r there is 2 digits. So I will write it is r011. Okay, r011. Then standard is r. Standard is how much? Standard is r m minus 1 n plus 1 p. R m minus 1 n plus 1 p. So in the first place, nothing was present. In the first place here, nothing was present. So I am written it was 0. So my m minus 1 value will be how much? 0. Then 1. Then this n plus 1 will be 1. Then p will be 1. Okay. So what we got? M minus 1 is equal to 0. N plus 1 is equal to 1. P is equal to 1. Okay. So if I solve this, I will get M is equal to 1, N is equal to 0, P is equal to 1. Then we have to put our formula, that is N plus P plus Q is equal to 2M plus 2. N plus P plus Q is equal to 2M plus 2. So put the value of N is equal to 0, P is equal to 1, Q is unknown, M is equal to 2. So 2 into, sorry, M is equal to 1. So it will be 2M, 2 into 1 plus 2. If you solve this one, you will get Q is equal to 3. If you solve this one, you will get Q is equal to 3. Then what is the standard chemical formula? Standard chemical formula is equal to Cm, Hn, Fp, Clq, where M is the number of carbon atoms, N is the number of hydrogen atoms, P is the number of fluorine atoms, Q is the number of chlorine atoms. So we got what is the value of M. M is equal to how much? It is 1. N is equal to how much? It is 0. Okay. Then what is P? P is the fluorine atom. P is equal to 1. What is the Q? Q is the chlorine atom. You will got it 3. So what is standard chemical formula? Cm, that is C1. Hn, H0. Fp, F1. Clq, Cl3. H0 means no hydrogen atom is present. So I can rewrite this, that is CFCl3. That is CFCl3 is the chemical formula, that is CFCl3 is the chemical formula of R11. CFCl3 is the chemical formula of R11. So CFCl3 is the chemical formula R11. It is also called as trichloromonofluoromethane. Trichloromonofluoromethane. So this is the way how you can find out the chemical formula of a refrigerant. You can also proceed in the reverse way also. Suppose in the question CFCl3 is given and they are asking about what is this refrigerant. You can proceed in the reverse way. Here it is C1 F1 Cl3. That means M is equal to 1. Okay, H is not present. N is equal to 0. NPQ you can calculate. Then you proceed in the reverse way to find out what is the chemical formula. Sorry, what is the refrigerant? What is the refrigerant denoted by this chemical formula CFCl3. Okay, two things can be done. Now come to the next example, that is R22. R22 can be written as R022. That means m minus 1 is equal to 0, n plus 1 is equal to 2, then p is equal to 2. M minus 1 is equal to 0, so m is equal to 1. N plus 1 is equal to 2, so n is equal to 1. Then you get what? P is equal to 2. Now put the equation, that is n plus p plus q is equal to 2m plus 2. Put the values of n, that is 1, p is equal to 2, q is unknown, m is equal to 1, so 2 into 1 plus 2. Then you can calculate what is the value of q, that is equal to 1. Now come to a standard chemical formula. What is the standard chemical formula? Standard chemical formula is equal to C. Standard chemical formula is how much? That is equal to, standard chemical formula is CHFCl and Cm, m per number of carbon atoms, N per number of hydrogen atoms, P per number of fluorine atoms, Q per number of chlorine atoms. So what we got? M is equal to how much? 1. N is equal to how much? 2. Then P is equal to how much? That is equal to, sorry, how much we got here? We got here M is equal to 1, N is equal to 1, P is equal to 2, Q is equal to 1. So what is the standard chemical formula? That is equal to C H F 2 C. So what we write here? C1 H1 F2 Cl1. So this is the chemical formula for R22. So this R22 is also called as monochloro-difluoromethane. It is also called as monochloro-difluoromethane. It can be also asked in the exam that what is the refrigerant formula for monochloro-difluoromethane. That is, you have to know what is the chemical formula for this monochloro-difluoromethane, so that you can calculate this formula is related to R22. Okay, question can be asked in any way. It can be asked if what is the chemical formula for R22, then you calculate this. For R22 the chemical formula is equal to C1 H1 F2 Cl1, or it is also called as monochloro-difluoromethane. Now next example is R12. Next example is R12. R12, so first place is vacant, so put 0 here, 1 2. Then m minus 1 is equal to 0, n plus 1 is equal to 1, p is equal to 2. Then m minus 1 is equal to 0, then m is equal to 1, n plus 1 is equal to 1, so then n is equal to 0, then p is equal to 2. Then put the equation, n plus p plus q is equal to 2m plus 2. Then n is equal to 0, p is equal to 2, q is unknown, 2m, m is equal to 1, so 2 into 1 plus 2. Then you can calculate this, q is equal to 2. Now come to our standard chemical formula. Standard chemical formula is what? CmHnFpClQ. We got the value of m is equal to how much? 1, n is equal to how much? 0, p is equal to how much? 2, q is equal to 2. So C1H0 F2Cl2. H0 means hydrogen is not present. So final formula will be how much? C1 F2Cl2. This is called as difluoro-dichloromethane. Difluoro-dichloromethane. So in the exam they will ask that what is the refrigerant formula for designation for difluoro-dichloromethane. So that is R12. Or what is the chemical formula of this R12 also. Okay. Now come to next one. Next one is R134. Next one is the R134. So here 3 digits are present. Here 3 digits are present. So m minus 1 is equal to how much? 1. N plus 1 is equal to how much? 3. P is equal to how much? 4. So m minus 1 is equal to 1, so m is equal to 2. N plus 1 is equal to 3, then n is equal to 2. Then p is equal to 4. Then put our equation, n plus p plus q is equal to 2m plus 2. So n is equal to 2, p is equal to 4, q, then 2m, 2 into 2 plus 2. You can calculate q is equal to 0. Okay, q is equal to 0 means which atom will be not present? That is the chlorine atom will not present. This q is equal to 0 means, this q is equal to 0 means chlorine atom is not present. See, What is the standard chemical formula? That is CmHnFpClQ. What is the M value we got? M value we got here 2. What is N value? N value is 2. What is P value? P value is 4. What is Q? Q value is equal to how much? 4. So what we got here, that is chlorine atom value is equal to how much? 0. So if I write, that is Cm C2, Hn H2, Fp F4, Cl0. So what is the formula we got here? C2H2 F4, C2H2 F4. If you see this refrigerant clearly, in this refrigerant chlorine atom is not present. If chlorine is not present, means it is an eco-friendly refrigerant. If chlorine is not present, means it is an eco-friendly refrigerant. Okay. What is the problem with the chlorine? Chlorine depletes ozone layer. Chlorine depletes our ozone layer. Okay, and ozone layer protect us from the UV rays of the sunlight or sun. So if in the refrigerant chlorine atoms are present, that means it will emit chlorofluorocarbon gas, and this chlorofluorocarbon will deplete the ozone layer. If chlorine is not present in the refrigerant, means it is a safe refrigerant or eco-friendly refrigerant. Okay, so mostly eco-friendly refrigerant what you are using, that is your R134. Okay, and nowadays it is this chlorine based refrigerants are banned in most of the countries. Chlorine based refrigerants are banned. Okay. And the developing countries are given grace period of 10 years, that is up to 2030 they can use this chlorine based refrigerants, and after that they cannot use this chlorine based refrigerant, and will switch to eco-friendly refrigerant, that is like your R143, like this. So here chlorine atom is not present here in R143. Okay, in the R134. In R134 chlorine atom is not present. If chlorine atom is not present here, so it is an eco-friendly refrigerant. Okay, it is an eco-friendly refrigerant. Next is, if case number 2, if the refrigerant is a unsaturated hydrocarbon. If it is an unsaturated hydrocarbon, then what is the process to find out the chemical formula or nomenclature of the refrigerant? So standard formula will be how much? Standard formula will be R. See, in unsaturated, you what will get? After R, you will get 4 digits. After R, you will get 4 digits. In saturated, what was happening? In saturated, after R, you will get 3 digits or 2 digits. Okay, but in unsaturated, what will happen? After R, you will get 4 digits, and first place will be what? 1. And first place will be what? 1. Okay, so what is this? R-1 m-1 n plus 1 p. R m-1 n plus 1 p. Then n plus p plus q is equal to 2m. N plus p plus q is equal to 2m. But in saturated, what we are doing? N plus p plus q is equal to 2m plus 2. But in unsaturated, what we will do? N plus p plus q is equal to 2m. So it is how much? Cm Hn Fp Cl. Okay, so what is the M? M denotes the number of carbon atoms, N denotes the number of hydrogen atoms, P denotes number of fluorine atoms, Q denotes number of chlorine atoms. That means first you have to write in this arrangement, then use this equation, then write the standard formula. One example I have taken, that is R1150. R1150. So 1 will be kept in this place, then m-1 is equal to 1, n plus 1 is equal to 5, p is equal to 0. So if m-1 is equal to 1, then m is equal to 2, n plus 1 is equal to 5, then n is equal to 4, then p is equal to 0. If put our equation n plus p plus q is equal to 2m, n plus p plus q is equal to 2m, what I can write? That is equal to n is equal to 4, p is equal to 0, q is unknown, 2m is equal to 2 into 2. By solving this, you will get q is equal to how much? 0. What is your standard chemical formula? That is CmHnFpClQ. That is equal to m value is equal to 2, n value is equal to 4, p value is equal to 0, q value is also 0. So what is the chemical formula you will get? Chemical formula you will get, that is equal to C2H4. Okay, C2H4. This is the chemical formula for the refrigerant, that is equal to R1150. And this is a what? Hydrocarbon. This is a hydrocarbon of unsaturated type. Okay, C2H4. Next is the case 3, if the refrigerant is a inorganic compound. If the refrigerant is a inorganic compound. Previous cases are belong to organic. Okay. Here, first case we have studied about if the refrigerant is a saturated hydrocarbon. Next one is the unsaturated hydrocarbon. Third one is the inorganic compound. Okay. So standard formula will be R-700 plus molecular mass of the compound. 700 plus molecular mass of the compound. 700 plus molecular mass of the compound. If I take the case of ammonia, that is the NH3. What is the molecular mass of ammonia? That is 17. For nitrogen it is 14, and 3 hydrogen atoms, that is 3. You will get 17. So what is the chemical, what is the refrigerant nomenclature? That is equal to R700 plus 17. So R717. So R717 stands for ammonia. R717 stands for what? Ammonia. Next example is carbon dioxide. It is also inorganic refrigerant. So what is the molecular mass of carbon dioxide? 44. For carbon you will get 12, and 2 oxygen atoms you will get 32. If you add this you will get 44. So what is the nomenclature? That is equal to R744. 700 plus 44, 744. Next one is the water. Water is also inorganic refrigerant. Molecular mass of water is equal to 18. How it is coming 18? 2 hydrogen atoms, 2, and 1 oxygen atom, that is 16. That is 18. So add 700 plus 18. So R718 is the water. Similarly, we can also calculate for air. For air, the molecular mass is 29. So 729 will be for air. Similarly, sulfur dioxide molecular mass is equal sulfur dioxide. That is your SO2. Okay. So for sulfur, atomic mass is 32, and oxygen is 2 oxygen atoms, that is equal to 64. So it is 764. So what I can write here, R729 is for air, and R764 for your air. That's it. What I can write here? R729 is for air, and R764 for your sulfur dioxide. Most important is your R717. It is because it is mostly used refrigerant, that is ammonia. So 717 stands for 717 stands for your ammonia. Okay. R744 stands for carbon dioxide. Then R718 stands for water. R729 stands for air. Then R764 stands for your sulfur dioxide. Okay. So this is all about what is a refrigerant, what are the types of refrigerants, and how to write the nomenclature of the refrigerants. Okay. And one thing I want to say you, in most of the cases you will see that is a nomenclature, that is your R134A. Small a will find. This small a means it is an isomer. Capital A means it is an azeotrope. Okay. Small a means it is an isomer. Capital A means it is an azeotrope. Now see, these are some figures I have taken. In these types of tanks, refrigerants are stored, and it is transported to the desired site or whenever it is filling is required. This is for R11. The second tank is for R12. Third one is R123. Then fourth one is R134A. Next one is this one is your R401A. Next one is your R410A. This one is equal to R402A, R404, 407C, 502A, 500, R507. Okay, and this figure is for R22. This is for R22. Okay, so in these types of tanks or in these cans also, when the capacity is low, household refrigerators, these types of cans are used, or whenever it is charging up ACs, these types of small or bigger tanks also used to transport your refrigerants. So what I have completed, what is the refrigerant, what are the types of refrigerants, primary, secondary, what is the function of primary, what is the function of secondary refrigerants, what are the types of primary refrigerants. We have completed halocarbons, then your azeotropes, geotropes, hydrocarbons, and inorganic refrigerants. Then how to write the nomenclatures of the refrigerants: saturated hydrocarbon, unsaturated hydrocarbon, then your inorganic refrigerants. Okay, if the series is starting with 400, it is a geotrope. If the series is starting with 500, it is a azeotrope. If the series is starting with 700, it is an inorganic refrigerants. Okay, so thank you for your attention.